Morning, beauties. Morning to everybody. Good morning. Beautiful people, ladies especially. You know, I'm about women empowerment, women encouragement, ladies united, because I don't know. We live in a world where I don't know what has caused it. What is the cause and effect of women being against women? Please note, I'm coming from a good place and I'm not putting down one sex, to lift up another. Not gender. Gender has to do with femininity versus masculinity. Gender is whether you're male or female. I'm not into any other thing. That's not me. I'm not subscribing to any of these different non-binary. If you want to hold on to that, that's your choice. On my posts, I have my democratic right to speak on what I want to, unless I'm addressing an issue as it relates to other things. Because as far as I know, God has made male, female, man and woman. That's it. Women, listen to me. Please understand this. I know we come and this has been passing down from generation to generation about having children out of wedlock because you don't want people to consider you a mule or something is wrong with you. Imagine you're a woman, you're fertile and you don't have a child yet. Notwithstanding, I'm not addressing women who have a difficulty if there's some kind of physiological defect that has caused you to not be able to have children naturally. I'm not talking women like that. I'm talking about those who have the ability to be fertile and to have children. Do not, and I repeat, do not have any more children out of wedlock. We're living in a day and age where about 90% is probably higher, or let's put it to 80 to 90% or 95% of the men will not commit to you. I am not saying that if a man marries you, he cannot leave you, but it's not going to be as easy as he thinks. It's not going to be so easy. He can't just up and leave like that so easily when he's married to you. And I'm not saying that you must take marriage as a joke, that, as I see this man, I'm getting pregnant, let me jump and get married. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not subscribing, because that is another whole host of problems. The number of women who are in situations like that because God said no and they said yes, and God said, all right, go in. I don't know it, open the door, but just know the locusts and the different plagues that will be coming along with that particular marriage. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, let them call you mule. Let them say something is wrong with you. You have to learn to deal with, manage your difficulties and your challenges. Life cannot be hunky-dory. We live in a sinful world. We live in a broken world, a narcissistic world, a proud world, an arrogant world. So you cannot escape these different vitriolic, acrimonious rancor. You cannot. So you have to learn to take almost bullying in some sense, where you can manage it and control it and stop it, you do so. But outside of that, let them say this, that, mule, you how comes you don't have a child? Something is wrong with. Let them go ahead. If you feel like it's breaking you, you say, Lord, help me, so that it doesn't pressure me to the point of breaking and losing my mind. The number of women who have had regrets today because maybe a small fraction, maybe less than 5% of the men who have children outside of wedlock actually take care of their children. One of the beautiful things I see sometimes these days is some men trying to step up to the plate because maybe their fathers did not take care of them in every way that they needed to have taken care of them. But you don't know, you don't want to gamble against that. And I use the word gamble loosely for you to understand it. Women, stop it. Value yourselves, value your bodies, value the life of that child. It's not so much only about money. Our problem is not really about money, It is, because money answers all things in a sense, but it is not completely. There are certain fundamental truths that only a man can teach a woman, and a woman can teach a man. That is why both parents are significant. And if you check the Bible, it says, honor thy father and thy mother. It even calls the name of it even says father before it reaches the mother. I don't know if it links back with Adam being born first, but the point that I'm making, there is significance. Both are equally important at 100%, not 50-50, 100-100. So when we don't have that, we have the issues that we face in society. And I'm saying too that when you have your child out of wedlock, you lessen significantly the child having that father in his home. He can have a child with you and just go and marry somebody else. And your child ends up getting shafted. I've seen in cases where even sometimes the stepchildren get taken care of over the real child. over the real blood-related child. And we wonder why so many bitter children and people are in this world, even when they have money. So it's not solely about money. It is not solely about money. Ladies, you have to value yourselves. See, the birth rate is down. It's good and it's bad. You know, if we found that a number of marriages were going on and then birth rate low, we're going to say something is wrong. Is it a physiological problem? Is it an emotional problem, a psychological problem? What's causing it? But if it's a case where people, it's a whole heap of common law situation, or boyfriend and girlfriend, and they're not even betrothed to be married. Even if you're betrothed to be married, get married first. Say, I do. I'm telling you, people, it is creating more mayhem. There are a number of reasons why the birth rate is low. I named one. I know that it has to do with finances. The other, I choose not to say. And there are others outside of those two, you know. But I'm making a decision to not speak on that. Except for the one that I know people are finding it difficult financially. But I'm saying to you, ladies, do not. I'm encouraging you. You can do what you want to do. I can only say the do not for you to understand the significance. That's when God says, do not this, do not that. You can breach it, but just be prepared to face the consequences. Do not have children out of wedlock. Don't be pressured by society to make you feel lesser. You are not less than. Many of you cannot financially, cannot socially, cannot psychologically and emotionally take care of children. They need all of that, not just finances. They need affectionate love. They need mental stability and stick-to-itiveness. They need to learn how to be tough. Too many broken people are being born. It's like a whole heap of monsters are being created. Whole heap of defect people without them looking physically defective. Stop having children out of wedlock. Stop having children out of wedlock. Men have a different level of commitment and love than women. We're just made different. We just have to accept that we're different. You know, you're having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for different men and so on. Or even if it's the same and he's not taking care of, not even peace. Not even. And when I use the word peace, I'm talking about even one aspect of the child. Back in the day when they would talk about, they would say 1.5 children. They don't mean a literal half, you know. They're just showing you the whole gamut of everything. It's a holistic thing. Stop having children out of wedlock. Stop it. In the mighty name of Jesus. Let us reduce, let us mitigate the issues that we're facing in our society. Be it social, be it financial, you know, be it psychological, be it spiritual. We're playing in the devil's ground, in his field when we do these things. And that's why we have so many broken children, wayward children. Part and parcel, not the only reason. I'm encouraging you women, you have to learn to be tough. You have to bear people saying, what is wrong with you? This, that, and the third. And many of the Bible can't be wrong, and it says babes having babes. We need young people, they themselves need somebody to nurture them. And for them to be trying to nurture somebody. And that's why they grow up and abuse their child. And when the child becomes an adult, the child has resentment, hate, anger, malice, murder in their hearts towards the parent, who, because the parent simply didn't even know better. It's a generational curse. Let the man say, I do. Kind of, you know, if he doesn't want to commit, then his loss. His loss. You know, many men, I'd say men will leave relationships quickly, but many of them return quickly because they realize, Lord have mercy, the grass not greener out there. Lord, this is a woman that I love. Look how she took care of me, because it starts to come back how good the woman was to him, for those who were or who meant well. Let him say, I do, before him plant that seed inside of your women. Stop it. It's not good. The whole picking with about the place, a box boat. And suffering, it's unfair, it is wrong, it's unfair to you as well. Because you can't take care of them financially, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, emotionally. You're a wreck. And it affects that child to not have the father. There are certain things that a father teaches, gives her confidence, so that she doesn't have to beg and grovel for men in her life and sleep with Tom, Dick, Harry, you know, Mark and so on, and Paul, because she wants that validation. Women, cut it out, please, I ask of you. Guys, follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message. Thank you.